Hey guys, what's up? It's Baby7 here again, and welcome to another Runescape vlog. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the April 2013 behind the scenes that was released the other day, and discussing my opinions of the updates and what they're going to be coming out with. First of all, though, before I jump into that, I just want to give you guys a couple updates. Since the last video, I got my 87 Hunter, which was a real pain because I hate Hunter, but trucked it down, got it, and I also got 87 Construction, and I'm now working on getting 88 Agility, and then after that I'll do Thieving, then Hunter again, then Construction again, and then back around until I get level 90 in all skills, which shouldn't take me too long because I've been getting pretty much a level per day, and it's only 2:30 right now, so I should be getting this Agility level. Although I might go out with some friends later because I don't have school tomorrow on Tuesday, so I'm going to try and record some Barrows Beast for you guys as well tomorrow. But yeah, I am 160k off of that level, and I've been using my skull boots, which still have 47% left, so that's pretty good. And I also have a prize pendant of agility. And any pendants that I get to choose the skill for, such as this one, I'm putting on Hunter. I got this from the Squeal of Fortune last night, and that's why it's still in my inventory now. But yeah, I'm using all the choices I can on Hunter. One last thing, I just checked my ports when I got home from school today, and I had well, I don't even remember if I mentioned I did get to the Pincers region, which is awesome. I've been getting stainless steel, and trying to get myself established with some new crew and some of the new ship parts for the new region. But last night, well, the first night I got to the Pincers, I got a 25 plate mission. From the missionary, as well as story improvement for him, but I sent that out and it sadly failed, and it just failed. And then I sent out a 25 lacquer mission the next night that also failed, and then last night I sent out the 25 plate mission with a jade merchant on it, and it came back to today when I got home from school, and it succeeded. So I got 33 plate off that because of the jade merchant, which was pretty awesome, and that puts me at a total of 73 plate that I have, and I need a total of 200 to make the full Tetsu set. So I'm almost halfway there, but in the pincers I'll be getting a lot more missions. I just sent out another mission for 5 more plates, so hopefully I'll be getting my full Tetsu before too long, which is pretty damn awesome. So yeah, you guys can look forward to some PVM videos with full Tetsu, maybe some solo necks and stuff like that. But I haven't really done PVM in a while because I've been really focusing on skilling and getting my skills up, which is good, but I'll probably take a break after I get 90 plus all skills to do some PVM, I think. So yeah, you guys can look forward to that. Anyways, I'm going to move on to the updates they are planning for April 2013. First off, they talk about the RS3 beta program, but I've already spoke about that in a different RuneScape blog. Sorry about that, but my dad came into the room. I might have to pause it again if he comes back. But anyways, as I was saying, I already talked about the RuneScape 3 beta program in a different blog. Just one more thing I want to add on is I will be getting into the beta because I am a premium member or whatever. I bought the gold premium membership, so that gives me guaranteed access to the beta. So there's no doubts that I'll be making some videos on that and showing you guys what it looks like and how the new RuneScape is going to be. So you can look forward to videos on that once the beta comes out. The beta opens again, as I said in the last episode, on I think Wednesday, and then it closes on the next Wednesday. So there's only a week for registration. So yeah, that is a pretty small queue for people, but you got to get on and try and sign up. But yeah, next up, they mentioned the dungeoneering, dual wielding, and charm collecting that they are planning. That's this week's update, should be coming tomorrow. So I already talked about that in another RuneScape blog as well. If you want to see me talking about RuneScape 3 beta or the charm collecting, you can check a link in the description. I'll have a link to that blog down there if you want to see it, if you haven't already. But they also mentioned how they're going to be improving Castle Wars and Duel Arena in this month. So what they're pretty much going to be doing is graphically reworking Castle Wars, as well as changing the way Castle Wars tickets work. First of all, there's splitting tickets into 2 different kinds. There's gold tickets and there's silver tickets. The silver tickets will be awarded no matter what happens in the game. If you lose, you win, you tie, you always get silver tickets. And the silver tickets can be spent on the consumable items within the shop, which I'm not really sure what they mean by the consumable items. I think maybe there's there's ballistas that you can use and stuff like that. Maybe in there. I don't know. I'm not big on the Castle Wars rewards really, but then the gold tickets can be spent on the more sought after items, is what they call them. So I'm assuming that means the capes and the armor and stuff like that. And those are only rewarded if you win or you draw, like it used to be with normal Castle Wars tickets. They're also going to make it so you can wear helms in the arena, because previously you couldn't, because you had the hood that you had to wear for your team to represent your team color. So they're going to change that, which is pretty cool. They're also going to add altars in the spawn room, which I guess is good for those people who like to camp near the spawn room and try and kill people on their way to the flag. And they're going to improve the stats of the reward armor to make them be more hybrid instead of just melee focused as they were before, which is nice, I think, because they didn't have major range variations of the armor that you could buy if you wanted. So I think it's good that they're making them hybrid oriented. And it also says that they're going to be changing the trimmed completionist cape requirements. Like I said, they probably would, and like they mentioned on the forums previously, they're going to be changing the trimmed completionist cape requirement for Castle Wars, which most people that already have it obviously are going to be very pissed because they spend so much time getting it. But me personally, I'm happy about it because it's pretty ridiculous how much time you have to spend at Castle Wars to get it. And most people just loaf around and do nothing while they're waiting for it. So I hope they change it to something like you have to win 1,000 games or something like that, because that, I mean, I don't know, it's some maybe win 500 games. I don't really know what they're gonna do, but I assume they're gonna make it so that people won't be sitting at Castle Wars in the games, not moving for the entire game. I think that's what they're gonna be trying to do, which is good. It'll make the minigame a little bit more lively, I guess. And next, for the duel arena, they're going to be making there be less visible arenas, which I guess that means they're going to be like not having so many you can look into and watch, because right now there's 6, 3 regular and 3 obstacle arenas that people can potentially get in and you can go watch them duel. But they're also, despite the fact that they're removing the visible ones, if all the arenas are full, they're going to have it so that it automatically creates an instance just for your duel, like how the Calfight King is an instanced boss or something like that. They're going to be making it so your duel is instanced, which people can't watch it then, but I mean, I guess that doesn't really matter. And it's pretty cool, but it doesn't really matter anymore because it's very, very rare that the duel arenas will ever be full with people anymore. Back in the day, when on World 54 staking, during peak times, like at night on a weekend, when a ton of people were staking, it would take you like 6 or 7 tries to get into the arena with your stake because of how many people were there. So if this was implemented then, that would have been pretty useful. But as it stands now, I think it's pretty useless. But I guess it's cool if it is ever really needed, which I doubt. Next, they are going to be updating some old content here. The Hunter Charms that they updated way back in 2010, if you guys remember the Hunter Charms sprites. They're going to be changing how these work, and they're going to rework everything related to them, I guess. Pretty much what they say is they're going to make them easier to see, easier to catch, and they're going to make the XP much more generous and much better, because I'm pretty sure nobody at all does this. Because it's pretty crap for everything that it's meant for, I think. Charm collecting, terrible. Hunter XP, I'm pretty sure it's terrible. So it's good that they're updating it, I guess, because I'm pretty sure it's pretty dead content. But they're going to make the XP you get from its scale to your hunter level, which it will make it obviously get you better XP the higher level you get. So maybe if this is a good hunter method, I'll try and pick it up during my hunter, but I'm not really sure. It depends, but anything to get my hunter to go by faster will be a-okay with me. Right now I catch ruby harvest butterflies. I know there's that big Champa minigame. I'm going to start trying to get into that, but I don't think you can do that straight out and just like train with that. I think it's like a distraction and diversion. So my main training method right now is bare hand catching ruby harvest butterflies, and once I get level 90 I can start doing some different butterfly. I think it's like Arctic Glacialis or something like that, and then 95 will unlock Black Warlocks, which are supposed to be pretty good experience. So yeah, the only downside, they don't give me anything, but I don't really care about money right now. I'm just trying to get my skills up. That's my main focus. Also, they're going to make it so you can get more charms from the activity, which I guess is pretty good, although they're pretty damn terrible right now, the amount of charms you get. It's like really, really bad. So they can't really make it any worse. And they'll also make it so that the Yaktui stick will give you XP boost in Hunter if you train at that area enough, I think. I'm not sure if it'll only give you XP boost in that one place or if you can take it anywhere, but that'll be interesting to see where they go with that. So yeah, that's another update. Another thing they're going to be updating is they just call this the EOC update, and it's pretty much just further improvements to the EOC, which I think I've already mentioned these previously, as I know they were going to implement these because of forum posts and stuff like that. But they say they're going to make your stats mean much more in combat, so like 90 compared to 99 strength or something like that is going to change a lot more than it has been, because as it stands now, your stats don't affect your combat as much as they used to at all, and they definitely don't affect it enough, so it's really good that they're addressing that. And they're also changing the way gear works, because back in the day you could choose to either use a defender, so you could be like you could use a rapier and a defender, and that would mean that you had better attack stats but less defense stats if you used a rapier and a shield. It's sort of like an offense versus defense sort of attack style you're going for, and that's what they're going to be changing about the armor. They're going to make it so you can choose between defensive or offensive armor, and for example, they're going to have Bandos be offensively oriented, trying to make your max hit higher. You wear Bandos and stuff like that, which is good, because I feel like that's sort of something that the game was lacking since they took that out, because now it's pretty much you go with your dual Drygors and your Void or whatever to wherever you want to go, and you can pretty much just destroy. But we'll see how the changes do. I mean, maybe it'll be important in relation to bosses and stuff. It might change the gear you choose, and we'll see what they do. So I'm pretty interested for that update. And they're also making some improvements to the game, such as changing the way potions and prayers work to make them more effective based on your combat. Well, no, not more effective. They'll make it more effective in combat, I mean. So, like, if you use Overload right now, you can barely tell the difference, really. And it's just, like, it's pretty terrible. But they're going to be updating it so that using Overloads and Turmoil and stuff is worth it again. So it'll be worth spending the money to get them in the first place, which is good, because they really are underpowered right now compared to what they used to be. And I think it's good that they're updating it. So, yeah. This next thing, I'm pretty excited about, actually, although it might be bad, but I think it's going to be pretty awesome. They call it the Private God Wars Dungeon Members Only update, and it's going to be pretty damn sweet, I think, if they do it right. This is what I'll just read you guys the description. It can be quite frustrating when rooms get overcrowded by a new group of battle-crazed adventurers hungry for the drops. Well, these days can be a thing of the past, as you'll soon be able to hire, for a small GP fee, your own version of the God Wars Dungeon. Now, I think for a small GP fee thing is kind of important here. It really depends how much GP fee they're talking about. Small could really mean anything, maybe from anywhere from probably 100K to maybe up to 1 mil. But I think it's very good that they're putting a GP fee in there, because that'll make it so that it'll take some gold out of the game, and a lot of people are going to want to use that, so it will take a decent amount of gold out of the game, and it'll also just, the fact that they're implementing it's going to make more people want to go to God Wars. And there's this other thing they're going to be adding, which is they call it a tougher challenge. A hard mode of the God Wars Dungeon can be accessed with this new update. And in this mode, the God Wars bosses will appear in the same way they were in the World Wakes quest, and have all their combat mechanics, like how Armadillo had the tornadoes flying around the room, stuff like that. But they will have much better stats than they did in the quest, because in the quest they were pretty damn easy. And they're going to be, they say they're going to be really, really tough, but people will be soloing them with no armor on in probably 5 minutes after the update. But they say they're going to have far more valuable drops than their normal brethren. So that sounds like it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to hopefully bring some more life back into the God Wars Dungeon content that's been I don't know, not as many people go to God Wars now unless they're going to Nex. I don't think a lot of people really go to Zami or Bandos or any of that, just because it's not as good money as it used to be, and hopefully this will maybe change it up. And it's also really annoying when you get crashed or you have to fight for a world, so this will also solve that problem. But the small GP fee will also keep it so that people who are like not really willing to go in and stay there for a lot of kills, like you wouldn't hire your own God Wars dungeon if you're going to go and get 2 Bandos kills in a solo trip. But if you're going with like a 3-man team and you can stay there for like five hours, then you hire your own God Wars dungeon and you can get in there without getting crashed at all for your entire trip, which is awesome. Because you know, if you're in there in your full like sort of Bandos tank gear, you want to make sure you stay there for the longest time possible. You don't have all the defensive, all the offensive bonus gear like Void and stuff that most crashers will have when they try and beat you out for your drops. So it's really good that they're making it so that you can more focus on doing your trip than having to fight off other people trying to steal your kills. And I think this will make me want to go to Zami God Wars dungeon a little bit more for my Greater Demons tasks as well. So I'm pretty excited for that God Wars update. And lastly, they're going to be adding additional small XP, like sort of micro XP additions in the game. They gave a few examples. Pretty much the reasoning behind this, they say, is that's something. Sometimes you do something in RuneScape and think that's odd. I wonder why I didn't get any XP for that. And they say they're going to be adding small amounts of XP for over 30 things in RuneScape. And these things are going to be ranging from grinding unicorn horn dust to picking up flax. I have no idea. Well, actually, you'll probably get farming XP for picking flax. You better only get like 2 XP or something, or it's going to be stupid. You also get XP for making unfinished potions, which is interesting. That's always been sort of a thing that you could just do for money without XP. So maybe it won't be as much of a money-making method anymore if they make it so that you can get some XP off it. And also make it so you get XP for adding a seed to plant pots. But these all seem like they'll be sort of smaller amounts of XP. Like adding a seed to a plant pot, you're not going to get a ton of XP for that. And hopefully picking flax, I mean, if it's it depends how much XP it gives. Hopefully it's only like 2 or 3, because if you picked flax, you could just have it on your ability bar and then just start spamming buttons and just keep spam clicking the flax, and then you could pick it pretty fast. So if it's like a lot of XP, which I highly doubt it will be, it might be a decent way. It'll probably be a good way to train up your farming from like level 1 to maybe 20, just depending on how much experience it actually gives. But I think that's pretty cool, because a lot of stuff in RuneScape that really should give you XP hasn't for a while. It's going to take a little time to get used to the fact that those activities actually will give you XP like they didn't used to. But I think it'll be overall a good change to the game, and it'll make a little bit more sense, I think, as that's pretty much their reasoning behind it. That is all the updates they have planned for April. It sounds like a pretty good month. Not really anything new content-wise besides the Castle Wars updates as well as the Dungeoneering ones that's supposed to come out tomorrow. But there's nothing really new coming out. They're just overall focusing on improving the game and making everything a little bit better, which is good as well. There's definitely a place for that, but I wish they maybe had mixed in one new content update in there somewhere. But, you know, I'm not really complaining, because I'm definitely looking forward to the God Wars update as well as the Castle Wars reduction requirement on the trim completionist capes. So yeah, we'll see how those updates turn out, and you guys can tune in for RuneScape blogs about each of them as they are released from Jagex. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Join my friends chat in game Bibs7 if you want to talk to me. I'm pretty much always in there when I am online, and I will answer you guys' questions or anything you want to talk to me about. Like and favorite if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for future videos, and leave me a comment down below on your opinions of the updates planned for the month of April. I'm very excited. I hope you guys are too. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow for some more Barrow's Beast. Also, check a link in the description for my Minecraft channel if you guys would like to see me play Minecraft on there. I upload pretty frequently, and I definitely enjoy making those videos. Other than that, guys, I'll see you next time, and peace.